You have been with them for a long period of time, but lately things are not like they used to be. You argue a lot. As a matter of fact, they always have something bad to say about you, and you always say something in return. But in the past, when incidents like these were happening, you knew how to communicate and how to restore a good climate between you two. You are not intimate anymore, and has been a long time since you have done something together. Lately, they are starting to go out with their friends instead of making plans with you, and the dominant feeling that you have is that they can't understand your feelings. Another relationship is about to fail. But why? In this video we are going to talk about the number one reason that relationships end. The answer to the question we posed on the intro can be presented with one sentence: loss of trust. Indeed, scientists have found out that when this happens, things most often than not deteriorate from that point onwards. Trust is the most important component in a relationship, as it is completely fundamental as well to other things like emotional support. If you consider your partner to be unreliable, you start losing both respect and attraction for them, as your feelings for the relationship start worsening as well. It is necessary to feel secure in a relationship and know that your partner is there for you, has their focus on what you are building together, and is interested in supporting only you and no one else. From the point someone starts losing their trust, things usually never restore. If you don't believe that your partner is reliable and loyal, you can't share intimacy with them and you can't tell them your secrets. You cannot open up to them about your emotional and practical problems. Loss of trust destroys relationships with force, but let's see why and when it happens. Scientists have declared that the point when someone starts losing their trust is different and varies based on personality. Of course, cheating is the number one strongest factor and an event from which almost no couple has recovered from, especially when we talk about modern couples. But there are other things a lot smaller that can be stacked and give the impression that the person cannot be trusted. Lies is a prime example. Whether it is white lying or real lying, when they become a tendency, they create a field of unreliability. Let's imagine you walk your way home from your work. You are tired but happy that you are going to see your partner. Things as simple as, wow, this shirt looked good on you, can make your day. But later, you find out by a friend of theirs that they hate that shirt on you. It may sound funny or childish, but even those kind of lies can ruin someone's trust, because the next compliment from them won't feel the same, and at the same time the human brain starts making scenarios on what else they may be lying. Another paradigm would be a lie about their age or the place they grew up. All those things can destroy the positive perception and respect you hold about your partner. Why do more and more relationships end due to that reason nowadays though? This comes down to two things: a lot less patience and tolerance, and way more options. People in the previous years of humanity were getting married to a person and knew that their competition to keep them would be at most two people. Nowadays, while getting into a relationship, in some cases people have to compete with the whole world. Social media have made human communication as wide as it can be, but this has the downside of people having too many choices that deciding to only one can be painful for some. In a way, people of the new generation, when finding a single not complementing characteristic on the person they have chosen as a partner or even a friend, they start thinking about all the other chances they would have with other people. This makes many young men and women regard relationships as a jail room that denies freedom. Although statistically speaking, loss of trust is still the number one reason your previous relationships have ended. At the same time, the chances of you trying to resolve a little pushback in your relationship and trying to connect emotionally with your partner when things are not going that well is getting dramatically lower, making long-lasting relationships feel like the exception to the norm. Whether this is a good thing or a bad thing is for you to decide. I'm waiting for your answers in the comment section. Subscribe to our small family as we are trying to reach 500 subscribers, like the video to reach more people, Keep your head high at all times. I was Sandro from Just Psychology and I am out. Be safe.